What's going on, everybody? Back with another video. Today I thought I'd show off a backpack that I just finished sewing. And again, this is 100% made out of leather. It's all 100% hand sewn. I have no machinery that does any of this. This is a prototype, which means that I will probably be modifying it for the next version that I decide to do. It's a simple messenger flap over backpack. So it is a two-strap backpack. You can go ignore this. That's just a mount for my camera, my GoPro. So it's very simple, no padding on the shoulders, but I can always get a shoulder pad and attach it to her. But I use 2-inch strapping for both sides. So let's go ahead and take a look at this, and we'll go on with the detailed patterns and everything. So first off, a quick walk around. I decided to do something different with this bag, which unfortunately made it very, very heavy and very, very complicated for me, at least, to sew, since I'm doing it all by hand. Decided to do this nice clean edge on the bottom to give it more stability, but of course it adds extra weight to the bag. There's a single Cobra buckle on the front, and these are really nice. I love these. I got these from Amazon. And pretty much all the hardware on the entire bag, actually 100% of all the hardware on the bag, is all sourced from Amazon. It's a simple one flap. You got a front pocket here, just a slip pocket that extends all the way down to this edge right there. So it's about, what, 15 or 16 inches long. I got compression straps on the side, which allow you to open the bag completely. It's just one giant, oops, I left something in here. It's essentially one giant opening, and then a back pocket here for a laptop or whatever you want to put back there. The sides have nothing but the compression straps on there, and the edges do have a 2-inch bias fold, so it creates a little bit of weather sealing because it's supposed to fold shut like that. The back has a grab handle, 2 sewn-in straps, and new for one of my bags here is I actually use real padding in the back here. I got this from Joann Fabrics, so essentially this is, I decided to start off with something thin. You could easily double it up or just buy something thicker, but this is literally just, it's just like a stiffener padding. So basically make whatever you're sewing, it gives a little bit of structure to your bag or whatever you're sewing, and also gives you a little bit of padding to go with it. So that's all sewn in here. All the straps are hidden. These are non-removable. I decided to give myself a little extra just in case I want to sew some, some horizontal threading in here to kind of section it out so you can attach accessories. I have not done that yet. I just finished it. Decided to try it out for a little bit and then redesign it later on. I used tri-glides to create a little bit of stability in the straps, and of course a ladder lock to allow you to adjust the length of these straps. And that's pretty much about it. The front has a section here down here for a blinky light, so you can easily just take a blinky light and attach it on there. So if you're a bike rider or anything, motorcyclist, whatever, it'll give you a little bit of security so you can be seen at nighttime. So sewing this is a little bit more complicated than my normal usual stuff. So what I did is I started off with this shape right here because I wanted to create this piping, this really clean edge piping down here. I needed some material to fold over. Now I also, because it is very flexible leather, I needed something that was going to be more stable so the bag just doesn't collapse on itself while it's standing up. So what I did is I created this shape here where you would sew. So this would be this labeled front. So this would be the entire front part of the bag. Essentially this whole entire front right here. And you would take this and you would sew it with the rough side. So this is a rough side and this is a rough side. You'd sew it with the smooth side on top of the smooth side. And then you would just sew in about 1/4 of an inch. And then you just simply fold it down like this, which means that eventually what you're going to have exposed is a turned edge, which exactly creates this turned edge right here. And then you're going to do the same to the sides and the back, of course. So to give you some measurements, this bag, so we have 19.5 from the top to the bottom here, 14.5 across. So essentially the bag's gonna be 14 and 14 wide, that is total. So basically this whole thing from here to here is about 14 wide, is about 20 tall, but then you take out the extra 2 inches for the fold over for the flap, you only got 18 tall, and it's basically about 6 deep. So the sides here should be 6.5. So this is 6.5, 6.5, 6.5. You get the idea. And then you just hem all the way around with the sides. So essentially this front part right here is, looks like I had 20 tall. Remember, there's a 2-inch part that folds over along with the flaps. So you're really getting 18 inches out of this, 14.5 wide, of course. And then if you take this piece here, this is the flap. So this is the front. If you combine them together, you're going to get the back and also the flap. And this piece right here, it looks like it's 7.25 straight down the middle, or straight to the middle from the side to the middle. And of course it's 14.5 all the way across, and then 11.5 tall total. And then I just rounded off the sides here to whatever I wanted to. And then, like I said, you combine these two pieces together and you get the entire back of the bag that folds over. The sides are very simple. They're just simply a rectangle, 20 tall, and it should be 6.5 wide. Yep, 6.5 wide. So the reason why I have the 1/2 inch in there is because you do have to sew in a 1/4 inch on each side, which means that you're going to get a total 6 inches remaining of usable space. Okay. This is the back plate. This is where the straps are sewn in, and then there'll be a piece of a padding that gets inserted in there. And this one is simply 15.5 tall by 12 wide. And then once you just kind of hem around it, you'll make sure you remember to put in the carry strap and the 2 straps that come out for the backpack straps, and of course the 2 angled straps that come out the side. Again, I use 2-inch strapping all the way around to keep things simple. Maybe on my next backpack I'll do differently. Now this is the front pocket and the back pocket. They're exactly the same size, of course. 14.5 inches wide, 15.5 inches tall. I did edging across the top to clean it up, which you'll see right here. So edging, this is probably the best edging I've done so far. The last one was my messenger bag, which I did a okay job. This one's a lot better, a lot cleaner. So I edged the top of it, which means that everything is nice and clean. I hit all the straps inside the seams, so it looks, you know, clean again. Same with down here. It's just actually hidden right inside the seam here. And this leather was supposed to be black, but it's more gray, so it gave a nice 2-tone effect to it. And of course the inside is just exposed suede. So you see I did the edging right here. So the camera's not really focusing. And of course I just straight sewed on the cover buckle on the front. I figured a nice stealthy black on black color looked kind of nice on this bag. But yeah, so that's essentially all I did. And when it comes to sewing the entire bit, so if you can kind of imagine, let me get rid of the slip pocket and the back. So you take the entire back flap, which means that it would be this whole piece cut out like that. You just attach the back flap along with the straps and the carry handle on there. So you can imagine that for a little bit. And then once you sew all the parts, so you need 2 of these, you need 1 of these, and then of course the back flap, and then you sew it all on the side like this. You get this giant cross that looks like, right? And then you sew it with the smooth side on the inside, because it's a turned bag. And when I say turned bag, it's where you take the smooth side and the smooth side, you sew it together like this, and then you'll, at the very end of your entire, and you get all 4 sides sewn up in like an inside out, you just simply just pull it outside in, or sorry, inside out, and you turn it back around, and you'll get a nice clean edge like this, which means you see no exposed thread. So this whole bag essentially is a turned bag, and when you make a turned bag, you have a nice clean edge. Otherwise, you'll get a exposed edge like this, which, you know, does have its advantages, and it does have a different look to it when you have something like this. And maybe on my next iteration, I will make a bag that's not turned, and it'll be just exposed like that. But for now, this is the way I decided to design this one. So all the edges are finished and whatnot. So Anyways, I know this isn't like too much information. I don't really have great video on this, but I thought maybe I'd just share this with everybody. And if you guys got any questions or comments, please leave it below. Aside from that, take care. Have a nice day. Catch you on the next one.